Hello, what's up mga ka-travels? This is your Sir Mams, ang traveling nurse lecturer ng review. So hello, kumusta kayo? Malapit ang board exam at alam kong kabadong-kabado na kayo sa board examination. But don't worry, lalaban tayo for today. Okay, so ang topic po natin ngayon, it's all about bioethics. So, magna-nursing bioethics tayo, taong bayan. Most especially, kasi ito hindi talaga to nawawala sa board examination. So, let me just have an information, okay, about ng inyong nursing bioethics natin. Okay? So, first natin, nurses, let's talk about here. Oh, agad-agad na, sir. Oh, agad-agad. Para more information tayo. Okay. Unahin muna natin, nurses, what is ethics first. So pag sinabi nating ethics or other term po ng ethics is moral philosophy. This involves systematizing, defending, and recommending concepts of what is right and what is wrong behavior. So ibig sabihin, ang ethics po natin, siya po yung nag-govern ng person's behavior. Siya yung bibigay ng morals, ng principles. Siya yung nagsasabi sa iyo kung tama or mali yung ginagawa mo, what is right and what is wrong yung behavior. So, pwede kanyang i-defend, pwede siyang mag-recommend ng mga concepts, ng mga principles that you have to do in order for you to become a good person or tama yung ginagawa mo. So, that's ethics. Pero nurses, pag sinabi naman nating morals, okay, ang morals naman po, it's our own principle. So, ibig sabihin, pag sinabi nating morals, ito yung paniniwala mo, that is your own belief. Pag sinabi nating ethics kasi, these are the social system, okay, that provides us with. Ito po yung the society's view. Ito yung rules and regulations. Okay, ito yung law. That's the ethics. Knowing what is right to what is wrong. Yan yung ethics po natin. Pero pag sinabi natin kasing morals, knowing what is good to what is bad. Okay? So, yan po siya. Okay? And ang tatandaan lang natin, nurses, when we talk about ethics also, when you violate ethics, it's the same concept when you're breaking a rule. So, pwede ka diyang makulong, pwede ka diyang magbayad ng mga penalties, fines, ganyan. And also, nurses, if you violate your own morals, sorry, if you violate your own morals, you will have personal guilt or shame. So, yan ang mararamdaman mo po dyan sa morals ninyo. Okay? So, yan yung difference niyan. Basta intindihin mo lang pag ethics, this is the rules and regulations that an institution gives to you. Pero pag sinabi nating morals, okay, ito yung own belief mo. Okay? So, yan po siya. Now, okay, what else ang kailangan nating malaman? Meanwhile, let's talk about the morality of human act. Okay? Tinatanong po sa board exam tong morality of human act natin. So, pag sinabi nating morality of human act, ito po yung object, intention, and circumstances. So, paano naman po to, sir? Paano naman tong object, intention, and circumstances na to when it comes to morality of human act? Okay? So, in order for you to judge a person if it is ethical or unethical, you need to check if okay ba yung object, intention, and circumstances. Actually, ito yung tinatanong sa mga sa korte, 'di ba? Sa korte po natin, nurses, tinatanong po ito yung the morality of the object, okay? The intention of the doer and the circumstances. So pag sinabi nating moral object, nurses, this can be determined by asking what action is involved. So, for example, nurses, ano bang ginawa mo? Nagnakaw ka ba? Pumatay ka ba ng tao? Is that murder? Is that stealing? Is that robbery? Is that homicide? So, what is the object of that? Okay, ano yung action? So, it is answerable by the word what. Okay, the question what. Tapos pag sinabi naman po nating intention, nurses, it is answerable by the question why. Okay? So, these are, why am I doing this? Bakit mo to ginawa? Okay? Ano ba, why did you do is this? So, something like that. So, that's intention. Pero pag sinabi naman natin circumstances, taong bayan, pag sinabi natin circumstances, ito na po yung mga iba't ibang mga questions like who, where, when, how. These are the other na mga questions that they need to ask, okay? So, that could contribute to either increasing or decreasing the goodness or the evilness of an act. So, the other questions na po yun. Basta tatandaan mo, pag sinabi mong moral, the answer there, you should question here actions. Like, what actions? What? Okay? Pag sinabi natin intentions, why? Pag sinabi natin circumstances, who, where, when, and how. Okay? So, yan po yan. What else do we have to here? Okay. Ano pa kailangan natin dito when it comes to that? Okay, now let's talk about the um, essential attributes of human act. Okay? What are the essential attributes of human act? So, unahin muna natin, nurses. In order for you to judge a person, if it is they are ethical or unethical based on their actions, dapat kompleto itong dalawang to. So, ano po yun? Unahin muna natin yung knowledge. Okay? So, dapat, pag sinabi natin knowledge, the act is done knowingly. Ibig sabihin, the doer there is conscious. So, ibig sabihin, all senses are active, aware kung bakit niya ginawa yun. Okay? He has or she has the intellect to do it. So, that's knowledge. Ibig sabihin, they are knowledgeable about it. Pero, pangalawa naman po natin, nurses, and the last thing that the doer na meron dapat siya nito is the freedom or the voluntariness to do the act. So, ibig sabihin, nurses, this is an act that is done when a doer has its own initiative, own choice niya, without being forced by another person or by another situation. So, ibig sabihin, pag siya ay nag-initiate to do it, walang pumigil sa kanya, okay, he or she is responsible and he or she acknowledges it. So, ibig sabihin, they have the freedom and the voluntariness to do so. Basta walang pumilit sa kanila, walang nag-blackmail sa kanila, that is freedom and voluntariness. So, yan po yan, ha? So, dapat in order for you to judge a person if it is unethical or ethical, dapat may knowledge siya at may freedom and voluntariness po siya. Dapat kompleto yung mga criteria na yon kasi if wala yung ni isa nun, that is neither ethical nor unethical. You cannot judge that kasi hindi po kompleto yung criteria. Pero pag kompleto po yung criteria na yun, nurses, ibig sabihin you can judge that person. Now, if you can judge that person, if kompleto po yung criteria na yun, that is called human act. Okay? Human act. So, pag sinabi natin human act, that is, that person can be judged, yung action na yun, na ethical or unethical. Basta kompleto po yung knowledge and voluntariness and the freedom itself. Pero pag isa doon ay wala or kulang yung criteria, ang sagot doon is act of man. Okay? Act of man. So, ibig sabihin, you cannot judge that as ethical nor unethical. So that is neither ethical nor unethical. There is an absence of knowledge or absence of free will pag act of man. Pero pag human act, you can judge that as either ethical or unethical, kung tama ba yung ginawa niya or mali. Okay? Now, nurses, let's go to the one of the most important parts is the Board of Nursing natin na tinatawag natin na Board Resolution number 220, the series of 2004. Sir, ano po yun? That is the Code of Ethics of the Registered Nurses. I repeat, that is the promulgation of Code of Ethics for Registered Nurses. Ibig sabihin, nurses, ang gumawa ng Code of Ethics here in the Philippines when it comes to the registered nurses ay yung Board of Nursing. Okay, the BON. And what board resolution number po yon? That is board resolution number 220 series of 2004. I repeat, 220 po siya, board resolution number 220 series of 2004. Okay? So nurses, ganito lang po yan, ha? Okay? Nakasaad po dito na meron po tayong 7 articles. Now, tingin po, nurses, sa mga gusto pong pumasa sa board exam, tingin lang po. Okay? Meron po tayo dito tinatawag na Article 1. Okay? Pag sinabi natin Article 1, Okay? Pag sinabi natin Article 1, that is preamble. Okay? Preamble. Health is a fundamental right. Okay? Health is a fundamental right. So the need for nursing here is universal. Pang lahat, pang marami. That is Article 1. That is preamble. Health is a fundamental right. So ilagay mo lang po yung puso mo dito, nurse. Ay, yung kamay mo dito. Ilagay mo dito. MABS technique tayo. Ilagay sa puso. Article 1. Preamble. Health is a fundamental right. I repeat. Article 1. Lahat ng RN. Gagayahin ako. Article 1. Ilagay sa puso. Preamble. Health is a fundamental right. Next. Article 2. Article 2. Nurse and people. I repeat. Nurse and people. Every time na maririnig mo yung word na nurse, tinuturo mo ang sarili mo. Nurse and people. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung mga nanonood ngayon, okay? So, yung mga taong bayan na tinuturo mo ang sarili mo, di ba? Nanonood kayo sa akin, magiging nurse ka po ba? Di ba? Yes or no? Magiging RN po ba? Yes. So, ituro mo sarili mo, nurse, tapos people. Okay? Yung mga nakakausap mo, tao po ba yan? Yes. This is all about respect, okay, safety and confidentiality and privacy. So, dyan po yan. Okay? Dyan po yung part na yan. So, sa nurse and people. Next, Article 3. Article 3, turo mo yung sarili mo, nurse and practice. Okay? Nurse and practice. Ganyan po yan. So, pag sinabi natin nurse and practice nurses, that is the dimensions of care. So, dito po yung rights and privileges of the patient. So, dapat ang scope, this is also the scope of practice ng nurses. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, the RA 9173, andito din po yan, nakasaad din po yan sa article number 3, which is the nurse and practice. Dito po papasok yung negligence and malpractice. Pag tanga-tanga kang nurse, negligence. Pag nagmamagaling kang nurse, malpractice po yan. Next naman natin, taong bayan, tinatawag natin na article 4, nurse and co-workers. Okay? Nurse and co-workers. Kasi nurses, yung katabi nyo po ba sa inyong classroom, doon sa review, okay? Turo mo muna sarili mo, nurse, at yung katabi mo sa review. And co-workers. Kasi magiging co-workers mo po ba sila? Yes or no? Yes. Sabay po ba kayong papasa sa board exam? Yes. Okay? So, nurse and co-workers. So, ibig sabihin, dapat harmonious relationship ka with your co-workers. There should be a collegial and collaborative work. That is nurse and co-workers. Next, Article 5, nurse and the environment. Okay? Nurse and the environment. So, ibig sabihin, you have to maintain safe environment o yung tinatawag natin na milieu, okay, the environment. You have to establish linkages here and network. Next, Article 6, nurse and as a profession. Nurse and as a profession. Anong ibig sabihin yan, nurses? We nurses should be professional. Okay? You have to maintain your loyalty in the nursing profession. And dito din po yung tinatawag natin na continuing profession. Okay? Like continuing education such as your CPDs, in-service training, and advanced education, wherein dito po papasok yung tinatawag natin na, okay, na mga masters, PhDs, and everything. So, yan po yan. And lastly, nurses, yung ayaw na ayaw natin, which is nakasaad po yan sa article number 7. Okay? Article 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, suspension and revocation of license. Ayaw natin to. Okay? Suspension and revocation of license. So, lahat ng RNs, tingin, ready, in, from the top. 1, 2, 3, go. Article 1, lagay sa puso. Preamble. Health is a fundamental right. Article 2, nurse and people. Nurse and people. Article 3, nurse and practice. Nurse and practice. Article 4, nurse and co-workers. Nurse and the co-workers. Article 5, nurse and the environment. Nurse and the environment. Article 6, okay, Article 6, nurse and as a profession. Nurse and as a profession. Article 7, suspension and revocation of your license. Okay? O sige, from the top, lagay ko lang dito para mas lalong pumasok sa utak natin. Okay, ready? And 1, 2, 3, go. Article 1, preamble, health is a fundamental right. Article 2, nurse and people. Article 3, nurse and practice. Article 4, nurse and co-workers. Article 5, nurse and the environment. Article 6, nursing as a profession. Article 7, suspension and revocation of license. Pumasok po ba sa utak? Yes or no? Magiging RNs po ba? Yes or no? Okay? So nurses, let's proceed naman sa susunod natin na topic, okay? Which is isang mahalaga. Ito na po yung mga beneficence, non-maleficence, lahat mga sense. Andiyan po tayo, autonomy. Didiscuss natin on our part 2. So lalaban tayo, future RNs. Let's go. RNs this August 2026. Lalaban! Okay, so next naman natin taong bayan. Ang itatakal naman natin ngayon is yung promise ko kanina na it's all about your beneficence, non-maleficence, yung mga ethical principles natin such as your autonomy, justice, maleficence, non-maleficence, privacy, confidentiality, veracity, fidelity. So, yun yung mga yan. Let me just share it to you. Unahin muna natin yung pinakasikat na tinatanong sa board examination nurses, yung tinatawag natin na si autonomy. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin autonomy nurses, that is right to choose, right to decide, and right to self-determination. So, ibig sabihin nurses, pag nakita niyo po ang word na informed consent sa board examination, that certain thing na informed consent, that is autonomy. Okay? That certain practice, that is autonomy. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin informed consent, lagi nyo lang po tatandaan yung word dyan na VIX. Okay? VIX. Dapat that should be V, voluntary. I, informed. C, competent. Dapat yung patient dito. K, knowledge. And S, the importance of your signature. So, ayan yung informed consent. And syempre, alam naman natin, okay? Alam naman natin, nurses, na sa emergency situations, pwede pong doctor ang pumirma dyan. And in what? Under ng ano yan? Ng anong principle yan? That is the principle of your paternalism. That is the principle of your paternalism. Ibig sabihin, the doctor decides on what is best for the patient for emergency purposes only, di ba? And then after nyan is your beneficence. So pag sinabi naman natin beneficence taong bayan, that is doing good. Okay? So ibig sabihin you are altruism here, selfless, patient-centered, client-centered, you focus on the patient. And dapat yung mga activities mo, yung mga interventions mo, yung mga implementations mo should be nagbe-benefit dapat dyan ang pasyente. Okay, so that is beneficence. And another there, number 3 is your non-maleficence. So pag sinabi naman nating non-maleficence taong bayan, you should do no harm. Kung alam mo pong hindi ka kabuti sa pasyente, kung alam mo po na magkakaroon ng pain ang pasyente or hardships or paghihirap or anything that deals with pain, okay, so wag mo na lang gawin. So that's non-maleficence. Okay, so do no harm. So as much as possible, okay yung pasyente dito, walang nararamdaman na pain, walang nararamdaman na sakit, walang nararamdaman na paghihirap, or yung mga activities mo, or your interventions, or your actions, or your implementations, dapat hindi siya nakaka-cause ng harm sa pasyente. So that's non-maleficent. So dapat alam mo kung ano ang proper CPR, okay, magbibigay ka ng gamot dito, proper medication, okay, analgesics, okay, para hindi magkaroon ng pain ng pasyente, and that is do no harm. Okay, at may tinatawag tayong Good Samaritan Law. So, this is, pag sinabi natin Good Samaritan Law, anyone who performs within the standard policy of practice is considered safe from its consequences. So, ibig sabihin, kung nasa scope of practice mo siya at wala naman din pong nangyaring harm, okay, so that is Good Samaritan Law. Okay, next, justice. So, pag sinabi naman natin justice, that is fairness, that is equity, not equality. That is equity. So, ibig sabihin, give what is due. Okay, pag nakita mo po yan sa hospital, mostly yan makikita mo yan sa lahat naman ng parts ng ward sa hospital, but the most common there is really the emergency room. So, dito, sorry for that. When we talk about emergency room, so pag sinabi natin emergency room, ER, that's the triage. Diba? Diyan sa triage, we check kung sino dapat yung unahin natin na pasyente na i-cater. Okay, like for example, ano ba yung unahin natin? Yung airway, or yung may problema sa airway, or yung may problema sa bleeding, may problema sa circulation. Anong uunahin mo? Yung pasyenteng sumasakit yung kanyang chest, or yung may pasyenteng may ingrown? So, anong unahin mo dyan? Diba? That's justice, okay? And next naman natin, nurses, is the difference between your confidentiality and your privacy. Minsan nalilito ang mga taong bayan here kung ano talaga ang pinagkaiba ng confidentiality and your privacy. So, pag sinabi natin confidentiality, taong bayan, okay, this is the freedom from divulging health-related information. I repeat ha, this is your health-related information. So, anong ibig sabihin nun po? Okay, health-related only. Like, for example, yung diagnosis ng pasyente, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin yan sa mga taong bayan. Yung prognosis ng pasyente, the signs and symptoms, the results of the laboratory, huwag mo pong i-share sa taong bayan. Okay? And dapat, ang pagsisharean mo lang yun ay yung toka lang doon sa care of the patient. Okay? So, yun lang po. And, pag makikipag-usap ka sa mga nurses, okay? Kung nakikipag-usap ka sa mga nurses, dapat, hindi dapat sa elevator, hindi dapat sa public space, hindi dapat sa canteen, hindi dapat sa cafeteria. Dapat yan ay mismo doon lang sa nurses station or yung dalawa lang kayo, yung nakakarinig. Okay, that's confidentiality. Okay, but meron tayong tinatawag na epikya. Anong ibig sabihin ng epikya? That is exemption to the rule. I repeat, taong bayan. Pag sinabi nating epikya, E-P-I-K-I-A, that is exemption to the rule. So may epikya po or exemption to the rule ang confidentiality. You can divulge information na health-related information if the patient allows you, if it is a threat to safety of both the patient and the public, and number 3, if there is a legal order o yung tinatawag natin na subpoena. I repeat, ano yung kailangan nating i-divulge or pwede nating i-divulge ang health-related information pag sinabi nating epikya for confidentiality. Number 1, if the patient allows you. Number 2, if there is a threat to safety, both the patient or the public. And number 3, if there is a legal order. At alam naman na natin, nurses, pag sinabi natin legal order, that is your subpoena. May dalawang klase ng subpoena natin, yung duces tecum, or yung mismong document, or yung mismong chart ang idadala sa korte, or yung ad testificandum, na mismo yung tao, or yung testify ang pupunta doon sa korte. Okay, so that is your confidentiality. Ngayon, pag sinabi naman nating privacy, taong bayan, ito naman po ay body parts. So as much as possible, nurses, when you hear the word body parts here, okay, ito yung dapat makadrape yung pasyente, dapat naka-close yung curtains, naka-close yung pintuan, naka-lock yung pintuan, okay? So that is your privacy. Dapat hindi makita yung body parts ng pasyente. And at the same time, nurses, ito din po ay non-health related information. Kung hindi naman po health related yung information, that is privacy. Pero pag yan ay health related information, that is confidentiality. Tanggalin po natin sa utak natin na ang privacy, it's only body parts. No, that is also non-health related information. Okay, very good. Next naman natin dyan, taong bayan, pag sinabi natin dyan na veracity. So, pag sinabi natin veracity, telling the truth or telling no lies. Huwag kang magsinungaling sa pasyente. Okay? So, sir, paano kung tinanong ng pasyente kung ano ang diagnosis ko? Alam mo naman na nurse kung ano ang diagnosis niya. Should you tell the truth? No. Always remember, there is always an epikya. Huwag kang magsinungaling, pero sabi mo sa pasyente, nurses, na you are not responsible or you don't have the responsibility to share diagnosis to your patient. Dapat doctor lang po yan. Okay? Because that is outside the scope of the nursing practice. Okay? So, dapat wag mo po yan i-share sa pasyente. Next, letter F, fidelity. So, pag sinabi natin fidelity, F, promise. You have to keep your promise. Your promise. Kung kaya nga, nurses, promise is really a strong word. So, as much as possible, nurses, do not use that, okay, sa hospital setup. Pero just in case na nasabi mo yan, you promise, you have to do it. Kasi, in order for you to get the trust of the patient, pag sinabi mong promise, you have to do it. That is under your fidelity. Okay? You have to keep your promise. So, nurses, yun po yung mga iba't iba pong mga ethical principles. Ulitin natin from top to bottom. Autonomy, pag sinabi nating autonomy, right to decide, right to choose, right to self-determination. Informed consent po ba to? Yes. Voluntary. VIX, voluntary, informed, competent, knowledge, and signature, at dinatawag natin na paternalism under any sort of emergency, doctor ang pipirma. Next, beneficence. Ano sinabi natin sa beneficence kanina? Doing good. Altruism, selfless ang nurse dito. Ibig sabihin nurses, pag selfless ang nurse dito, we are patient-centered, not patient-centered, client-centered, not nurse-centered or self-centered. Pag sinabi nating non-maleficence, do no harm, do no harm. Kaya dyan po papasok yung good Samaritan law. Justice, equity, give what is due. Triage po ba to? Yes. Emergency room po ba to? Yes. Do we have to prioritize airway, breathing, circulation? Yes. Very good. Pag sinabi naman natin dito, nurses, na confidentiality. So, pag sinabi natin confidentiality, nurses, this is health-related information. May epikya po ba dito? Yes. Ano po yung mga epikya na yan? If the patient allows you, okay? If there is a legal order or your subpoena, or kung meron pong threat to safety, both the patient and or the public. Next, privacy, body parts, and non-health related information. Next, veracity, telling the truth or telling no lies. And fidelity, you have to keep your promise. Okay? You have to keep your promise. So, nurses, yan po siya. Always remember that. Lumalabas yan sa board exam lagi. Always yan, 10 to 15 items throughout your NP1 to NP5. So, mga around 10 to 15 items po yon. So, you have to know the difference between those. Okay? So, that's for your bioethics na part. Okay, your ethical principles. On to the next part. Okay, lilipat lang tayo kasi may lecture po ako in a while. Dito sa Batangas, sa NU Batangas. So, sa sabog, kaya medyo sabog-sabog na po boses ko. So, dire-diretso na po ang final coaching natin. Pero para sa future RNs, lalaban po tayo. Ha? Magiging RN po ba this year? Yes or no? Yes. Lalaban po ba? Yes or no? Yes. Very good. Okay, so nurses, on to part 3. Wait lang po natin. And next naman natin, nurses, okay, for our part natin, part 3, okay, for our bioethics, the Patient Bill of Rights, okay, so ngayon nandito tayo ngayon sa NU Lipa, so sakto, break namin, so I'm going to share it to you. Okay, so yung mga information about Patient Bill of Rights. So sa Patient Bill of Rights, nurses, actually there are already 12 dati, ngayon may naidagdag, so 13 siya. So number 1 here is right to appropriate medical care and humane treatment. So as much as possible, dapat may right to appropriate health and medical care of good quality ang mga pasyente. So dapat appropriate medical care and humane treatment. Dapat yung treatment na binibigay natin sa mga pasyente ay pang-tao talaga. And if we're going to communicate with them and if we're going to interact with them as much as possible with respect and humane treatment. Okay. Next naman natin, number 2, the right to informed consent. So, pag sinabi natin right to informed consent, di ba sinabi ko kanina, dapat ang informed consent, that is your VIX, di ba? So, that is your voluntary, informed, competent knowledge, and your signature. So, as much as possible, nurses, the patient has the right to clear and truthful and substantial explanation of the information, and as much as possible, yung information na binibigay ng nurse, it's the manner and the language that is understandable to the patient. Okay? So, yan po siya. And if informed consent shall be obtained from a patient, and kung hindi naman galing sa pasyente, kunyari, sa secondary natin, which is, una dyan is the spouse, pangalawa dyan is the son or daughter of legal age, pangatlo dyan is the parent, pang-apat dyan is the brother or the sister of legal age again, and lastly is the guardians. So yan, pero meron tayong tinatawag dyan na, yung kung paano sir kung minor po yung pasyente. So, syempre, the parents or the legal guardian should be the one to sign the informed consent. Okay? Or the next of kin, if possible. Yan po siya. Okay? And number 3 natin sa Bill of Rights is the right to privacy and confidentiality. So, ibig sabihin ng right to privacy and confidentiality, yung sinabi ko kanina, na pag sinabi natin privacy, it's the body parts or health-related information. Pero pag sinabi natin confidentiality, that is health-related information. Okay, next naman natin is the right to information. So, the fourth one is the right to information. So, as much as possible, nurses, the patient has the right to all the information about the results of the evaluation, the results of the blood works, laboratory works. Okay, so or all the results of the medical services, the patient has the right to information. Dapat maibigay ng doctor or the surgeon, okay, lahat ng mga possible risks, okay, possible complications or pwedeng mangyari sa pasyente if they're going to choose a certain path or a certain na mga interventions na igagawin para sa pasyente. Okay, next. Number 5, the right to choose healthcare provider and facility. Yes, the patient has the right to choose freely the healthcare provider to serve him as well as the facility. Okay? So they have the right to demand, okay? So pero always remember, if they're going to demand as much as possible, yung meron lang po sa resources ng hospital. Okay? So yan po siya. And next, number 6, the right to self-determination. So the patient here has the right to avail himself or herself of any recommended diagnostic and treatment procedures. So yan po yung right to self-determination. And dapat informed siya sa mga medical consequences. He is also involved in his care from any obligation. And also, his decision will not prejudice public and health of the safety of the patient or others. So that is self to right determination. And number 7 is the right to religious belief. So pag sinabi natin right to religious belief, the patient has the right to refuse medical treatment or procedures that is contrary to the religious belief of the patient. So kung hindi sang-ayon sa religious practice ng pasyente, like for example, blood transfusions or certain interventions that the nurse will give na contrary dun sa religious belief nila, pwede po silang mag-refuse dun sa mga medical treatment or procedures na yon. Next naman natin is right to medical records. So the patient is entitled to a summary of his medical history and condition. Any other document that the patient may require, okay, could be made available to him within 45 days upon request. I repeat, 45 days upon request. So, yan po siya. Okay? And next naman po, nurses, is the right to leave. So the patient has the right to leave the hospital or any other healthcare institution regardless of his or her physical condition. Okay? Provided that the patient is informed of the medical consequences pag umalis siya sa hospital of his or her decision. He or she releases those involved in his care or her care of any obligation. So wala nang obligation yung mga nurses na under his or her care pag na-decide siya na aalis. And if his or her decision will not prejudice the public health and safety, so pwede po yon. Okay, unless it's communicable or like for example, COVID, hindi ka talaga pwede. You don't have the right to leave. Pero still, so those are the reasons kung pwede po siyang umalis. Diba yan yung HAMA or DAMA natin na home against medical advice or discharge against medical advices. So yan siya. And number 10, right to refuse participation in medical research. Yes, there are certain hospitals or most of the hospitals really do undergo research and they use the data of the patient for that matter. And the patient has the right to be advised that the healthcare provider plans to involve him in medical research. Okay? And kung sinabi naman ng nurses yun or any medical practitioner or healthcare provider na parte sila ng research, pwede po silang mag-refuse or pwede silang mag-participate. So they have the right to do that. Number 11, right to correspondence and to receive visitors. Okay? So they have the right to communicate with relatives or receive visitors. Okay? So pero it really depends. May epic yan na naman tayo dyan. If that's communicable or isolated yung pasyente, bawal po yan. Number 12, right to express grievances. So the patient here has the right to express complaints and grievances about the care and services received without fear of discrimination, of course, or any form of discrimination or stigma, and to know about the disposition of such complaints. So right to express grievances. And or kung pangit ba yung na-receive nilang care, pwede silang magreklamo din. So number 13, which is na yung naidagdag, is right to be informed of his rights and obligations as a patient. So ibig sabihin lang yun, dapat alam ng pasyente yung rights niya from 1 to 12, 'di ba? So every person has the right to be informed of his rights and obligations as a patient. And so lastly na po, nurses, are the theories of bioethics. So we do have the theory of egoism, deontology, utilitarianism, natural law, and relativism. Ito na po yung last topic natin, nurses. Okay? So pag sinabi nating egoism, nurses, you are ethical if you follow yourself. If you follow your interest, your self-interest. Pero pag inuna mo yung ibang tao, you are unethical. So sa egoism, unahin mo ang sarili mo. Anong kabaliktaran ng egoism na tayo dapat, nurses? Ito, that is your altruism. That is your being selfless. So pag sinabi natin altruism, nurses, you are ethical if you are selfless, if you are patient-centered, if inuna mo yung pasyente kaysa sa sarili mo, that is altruism. Pero pag inuna mo yung sarili mo, nurses, that is unethical under altruism naman. Number 3 is your deontology. Pag ginawa mo yung duty mo, DDD, deontology, duty, pag ginawa mo yung duty mo, you are ethical. Pero pag hindi mo ginawa yung duty mo, you are unethical. Number 3, utilitarianism. Pag sinabi naman natin utilitarianism, taong bayan, greatest good for the greater number. So kung mas marami yung naging okay, kung mas marami yung nag-benefit, you are ethical under utilitarianism. Pero pag sinabi mo naman mas marami po yung nagkaroon ng negativity result or negative result, kung mas marami yung nasaktan, maraming nagutom, madami nagkaroon ng problema kaysa yung naging okay, that is unethical under utilitarianism. And then number 5, natural law. Pag sinabi naman natin natural law, ganito lang siya kasimple. You promote life, you promote creation. You are ethical if nag-CPR ka. Okay? You are ethical if may nabuhay na pasyente. You are ethical if nagbigay ka ng intervention, may ginawa ka at nag-benefit yung pasyente. You promoted life. That's ethical under natural law. Pero ang unethical, kung nakapatay ka ng pasyente, like for example, DNR, do not resuscitate, euthanasia, abortion, murder, those are unethical under natural law. And lastly, your relativism, taong bayan. So pag sinabi po nating relativism, that is the morality is relative to the norms of one's culture. Pag normal na ginagawa ng isang tao, you are ethical. Pero pag hindi naman normal na ginagawa ng isang tao or isang community, that is unethical under relativism. Okay? So nurses, that ends po ang ating bioethics. So I hope nakatulong po natin yung less than 1 hour na yan when it comes to bioethics. So nurses, tanong ko nga ulit sa inyo, taong bayan, for the last time. Sa mga magti-take po this August 2026 for the last time, papasa po ba sa board exam? Papasa. Magtotop po ba sa board exam? Magtotop. And 100% po ba? Kaya ba mag 100%? 100%. So nurses, this is your Sir Mavs signing off for this August 2026. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye!